2, there's a look inside Ford Field. Here great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Play is Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have... First down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They will run straight ahead.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Oh, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run again with Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting wrecked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again, Prescott. And he's got his target, Harris. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throw left inside, taken in by Claypool. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebacker's now
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Garibay on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Trying to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now if you're the defense,
and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 10. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature in the treat up there. What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Lions 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Ed one told me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He's got the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are once again back in front. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Prescott from the gun. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Was that supposed to be a curl route and then he improvised, or do you think it was designed like that?
I think it was designed because one thing quarterbacks can't stand is being crossed up on routes. They don't like too much improvisation. So most of the time when you see a play, it was drawn up that way, and that one was executed perfectly.
Yeah, the defender bit on the curl. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Delay. Here's Harris. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That pass caught. It's Williams. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They're going to run it with Harris. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing. And
for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
He certainly has to their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. In this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Garabay's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So giving 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense now. Oh, Prescott stripped. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper into the game.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They run out of the gun. Who's Swift? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On play action, Prescott looking here for Smith downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Prescott.
A few times in this game, offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the draw, it's Harris. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, and that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 4th and 1.
At his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Briggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the give, this is Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 75 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a throw here, hauled in. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Briggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Briggs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, Swift.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Big line flag on the check. A loss of 1. He's now third down and 6.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. All eyes locked on Jonathan Garibay in a huge spot here. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the